Hello guys and girls and welcome back. It's your boy Big John. The at's at the bottom of the screen if you like to listen to my music. So is all the relevant information I'll be speaking about in this video. And today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you the trading hours indicator on TradingView, and I'm going to show you how it's going to help you identify where the best looking breakouts or volatile looking setups may appear in the market in any given day. This is going to be on gold, but this strategy does actually work with any trade pair. I hope you're going to like this one, guys and girls. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video.
Started from the bottom like Drake. Got that young moolah, but I learned my mistakes. Climbing up the ladder, gotta watch out for the snakes. If you wanna be the boss, then you have to delegate.
Okay, as you can see, I'm on my chart at the moment, and this video is not going to be a long video. It's just going to be straight to the point, but you're going to see why this indicator is absolutely fantastic in order for you to find these types of setups. So I'm going to make sure the indicator is linked in the description below, so you'll be able to add it to your charts. What I've actually done with this indicator, I've actually added the indicator 3 times. So therefore I can use it to map out London session, I can use it to map out New York session, and I can use it to map out Asian session. And I'm going to go through the settings just now. So that's the settings for all 3 indicators. And what you want to do with the style settings, you can change these 2 colors to any colors you want. I've got all of my colors set up just as a certain representation, but you can change it to any color you want depending on your background screen color. When it comes to sessions opening, there's something called a session crossover, and that's when one session crosses over into another session. So it's like they're gearing up to have a session open before they make their big move, possibly in that session. And if we can see here, we basically have New York session / going into Sydney session opening up into Asian session here. So when Asian session opened up on gold, you didn't really see too much movement during this period of time over here. But then what happened when we started going into the London session crossover, which is right here? When London Open happened, we started to see price was still respecting this level here, which is a support now, but it would have been a resistance. So when you did see that happen, notice how when price action got to a certain point in London session, we had a nice breakout to the downside for at least a possible 130 pip trade. Now, what happened here is you can see there's a crossover right in here. It's a bit faded, but that crossover goes into New York session. And you can see how powerful New York session is when it opens. It's one of the most volatile sessions in the market in any given day. And when we came into New York session, we saw this huge buy. As soon as this crossed over and went into the New York session, that was giving you a time period to understand that, okay, I could possibly look for a buy now in this trade. You even had price action very close to this support level, and we did see a huge buy going up. That's how you can identify the sessions and the crossovers. Over here, we can see a nice London breakout. So you see price action came down in London session. We had a great breakout towards that zone. So you might be asking, how could you get into this trade? How would you know this was an entry? If you wanted to know, one way, you could have been in the Trinity Alerts group. If you're in there, then when the market actually breaks structure to the upside, you would have got an alert on a 15-minute time frame, probably 30-minute or 1-hour time frame, giving you entry into the market for this continuation of this buy. And over here's a situation where you can see the market started to sell in Asian session. This is what we actually saw. So we saw a continuation of price action selling to the downside in Asian session, the market selling to a downside in Asian session. Then when London Open happened here, it had a continuation as well. And even when it went into the crossover going into New York just for one last final push down to this support level, you saw that price action broke this resistance level, giving you an indication that already market structure is probably breaking back down to the downside. And you can see you had an entry here for a continuation of a trade. So that's pretty much it, guys and girls. It's not too much. It's just to give you an idea of when the most volatile times can be in the market. I want every single person to know there's no specific best session. You have to figure out where you want to trade based on your actual lifestyle outside of Forex. If you can only trade during Asian session, then you have to find setups that always work in Asian session or work well. You're going to have to do the same for London or New York. And with all that being said, guys and girls, I hope you like this short, quick, sweet video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. It's your boy Big John, and I'm out. Peace.
Started from the bottom like Drake. Got that young moolah, but I learned my mistakes. Climbing up the ladder, gotta watch out for the snakes. If you wanna be the boss, then you have to delegate.